Okay. I think I'm live. Share screen. Okay. So, today's topic is uh, Elon Musk just released Robo Taxi, and I've been expecting this, to be honest with you, and what this means to the entire world. Not just some countries, but the entire world. Let's take a look uh, of the promo. So, before we start watching this, uh, how do you say? This is the future. Imagine Uber, taxi companies, all our other auto driving companies getting fucked in the ass. That's what's gonna happen. And that's not gonna happen in like a few years, but it will take a couple of solid years. But it's definitely coming in. And if you have seen the movie iRobot, what he's doing, what Elon is doing, basically like a replication of that movie. So let's see it.
Okay. Thank you.
So when you get into the car, put a
Yeah.
seatbelt on,
Okay.
select the destination, and then start the ride.
Okay.
All right.
As soon as I buckle up, the door closes. Select a destination. How about this? New York. Why not?
Hmm.
Okay.
They have their own system.
No rear view mirror. No steering.
That's not the one. The one is this one.
Welcome to the We Robot. So we have quite a show for you tonight. I think you're gonna like it. As you can see, I just arrived in the Robo Taxi, the cyber cab, and
Okay, no, it's not Cybertruck. It's Cybercab.
there's 20 more where that came from. So they've been traveling. There's no people in them, as you can see. The car's just going by with no people. And
Future.
we have 50
This gives me some spook.
fully autonomous cars here tonight. So you'll see Model Ys and the Cyber Cab, all driverless. You'll be able to take a ride in the Cyber Cab. There's no steering wheel or pedals.
Imagine this audience, right? He says there is no steering wheel or pedals, and they just clap. Ah, that's cool.
So I hope this goes well. Find out.
Look at him, bro. This is insane.
So, so you see a lot of sci-fi movies where the future is dark and dismal, where it's not a future you want to be in. So,
Yeah, I don't want to be on this one for sure.
like I love Blade Runner, but I don't know if we want that future. I think we want that duster he's wearing, but not the bleak apocalypse. We want to have a fun, exciting future that
Thank God, hope God, he's building that.
if you could look in a crystal ball and see the future, you'd be like, yes, I wish I could be there now. That's what we want. So when we think about transport today, there's a lot of kind of pain that we take for granted that we think is normal. Like having to drive around LA in like 3 hours of traffic. Yeah, and people that live in LA, I mean, try to get from Pasadena to El Segundo during rush hour. It's like you can fly to, another city faster than you can get to crosstown LA. How many hours a week are cars used? Your average passenger car is only used about 10 hours a week out of 168 hours. So the vast majority of the time, cars are just doing nothing. But if they're autonomous, they could be used, 5 times more, maybe 10 times more. So you could actually, for the same car, would have 5 times as much value, maybe 10 times as much value. There's 100.
Okay, here's a chicken nugget. So he basically had the previous Tesla models, which is autonomous driving, and he kind of integrated the autonomous learning AI part because these cars drive by itself, and it got a steering wheel, it got a pedal, and it got a driver. And past, I don't know, 5 years, it's been learning these roads, how to drive, how to take care of the passenger, and he just removed the driver part. That's where the robo taxi comes in. So robo taxi, I would say, is accurate. It won't make mistakes unless somebody hacks it, and critical error is really low. Damage or like accidents are going to be low, and it all happens because the first model was able to learn a lot and able to transfer the data to these new autonomous models.
100.
Also, if you can invest in this, or like if you can buy a robo taxi and put it as a taxi service, you're gonna be rich, I think. So it's like I have worked in a taxi company in Canada, and you have to drive. You have to basically a driver, but uh, doing this just changes the game. You don't have to be a driver, but you can be a taxi manager. Isn't that mind blowing?
168 hours in the week, and like I said, only 10 of them are used for driving. So, and then a bunch of those hours are looking for a parking spot, which is, can be pretty annoying at times. So we want, with autonomy, you get your time back. This is a very big deal. So it's not just it'll save lives, like a lot of lives, and prevent injuries. I think we'll see autonomous cars become 10 times safer than a human. I mean, if you think of times past where there used to be an elevator operator in every elevator.
Imagine having a presentation and like writing right there. Today's transportation sucks.
But once in a while they get tired and they accidentally shear somebody in half. So now we have automated elevators. You just get in an elevator and you press a button, and you don't even think about it, and it just takes you to the floor. And if you did see an elevator operator with a big relay switch, you'd be like, "That's weird." Now that's how cars will be. And it's not just the lives saved in injuries, but if you think about the cumulative time that people spend in a car and the time that they will get back, that they can now spend, well, I guess on their phones or watching a movie or doing work or whatever you want to do.
That's what I'm against. Like, imagine being on this taxi and you have a fucking screen on your head that you are forced to watch, whether it's a movie or it's a fucking social media or propaganda. That's what I don't like. If you see his facial expression, he kind of tried to hide something.
Think about the cumulative time that people spend in a car and the time that they will get back, that they can now spend, well, I guess on
He's trying to hide something too.
their phones or watching a movie or doing work or whatever you want to do. You can think of the car in the autonomous world as being like just a little lounge. You're just sitting in a comfortable little lounge, and you can do whatever you want while you're in this comfortable little lounge. And when you get out, you will be at your destination. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. So in fact, I think the cost of autonomous transport will be so low that you can think of it like individualized mass transit. The average cost of a bus.
I don't know, like taxi drivers and Uber drivers are gonna revolt against this. I think initially there's gonna be some revolts. People are gonna hijack these cars, yada yada yada. But uh, it is where it's heading.
Per mile for a city. Not the ticket price, because that is subsidized, but the average price is about $1 a mile. Whereas the cost of cybercab, we think probably over time, from the operating cost is probably going to be around 20 cents a mile. And price, including taxes and everything else, probably ends up being 30 or 40 cents a mile. So yes, and you will be able to buy one.
So you will be able to buy one. That's a more sketchy part because you're basically not owning that car. If you have Robo taxi, it's basically going to work whenever you're not using it. So that's sketchy. That's a bit more sketchy.
Yes, exactly. And we expect the cost to be below $30,000. So,
$30,000. Okay. Back to fuck. This camera looks depressing, bro. Uh, this Chinese girls has been studying for hours. Okay, whatever. So you saw that, and my personal findings. You know about the Robo taxi released. Uh, how long is it gonna take this Robo taxi is gonna be all over the world as autonomous cars? It's gonna give me a sketchy answer. That's the $1 million question. Oh, it's $1 million question, and unfortunately, there's no easy answer. Even with Tesla, just shut up. Give me an approximate time. Fuck, wasted for the taxi. So 15 to 20 years max. Realistic, 20 to 30 years. Let's not be realistic. Optimistic, realistic, what else we have? Pessimistic, 30 plus. So, because it's Elon, let's take illusionary 15 years. Within 15 years, all these roads are going to be filled by robo taxi. So, you're not going to own it. Let's be real. Even if you own a robo taxi, that means somebody's going to drive it. So, we have 15 years left to make $1 million and like go to some fucking farm and live like a human. Otherwise, you will be in this same loop. You might be thinking, "Ah, robotaxi awesome," but you will be hooked to a or jacked to a device all day until you realize it's too late. Okay, ouch. I hope you had some insights. And sorry for my camera settings. It's just a gaming laptop. See you soon. Bye. And going YouTube lives where was one of my fear. Fuck that fear. and it's like, how do you say it? How do you say it? This is my highest potential and taking maximum risk. Bye. Hope you have a great day.